Good morning, Sunday School. I have a story for you today. It's called Izzie, Lizzie, Alligator, a tale of a big lizard. It's written by Suzanne Tate and it's illustrated by James Melvin. This is a special book for me. I bought this book in Florida and I bought with it, look at my alligator. Isn't my alligator fun? I've had this for a few years now and I love my alligator. It's important to me as well because my name is Liz, and when I was little, I was called Lizzie. So I have an affection for Izzie, Lizzie, Alligator. So Izzie, Lizzie, Alligator was a big lizard-like creature. She had large, dangerous teeth and powerful jaws. Everyone and everything needed to stay away from her and never, ever feed her. Look at those teeth. The big lizard liked to lie in a muddy swamp. Bony armor protected her, and her skin was tough and leathery. Izzie Lizzie was a mother alligator. Near her was a nest of grass and mud. She guarded the nest day and night, chasing away everything that came near. Look at that nest. And there's Izzie Lizzie looking after her little ones. One day, Izzie lay listening for sounds from the nest. She began to hear wiggles and squeaks. Come here, her hatchlings chirped. Izzie Lizzie Alligator heard them and hurried to the nest. Carefully, she opened it with her big mouth. Each of the hatchlings had a little tooth for tearing open its egg, but some of the shells were too tough. The baby gators couldn't get out. One by one, Izzie Lizzie helped them by carefully biting down on the eggs. So there she is opening up one of the baby's eggs so that it could get out. She had to be very careful. She has big teeth. Is everyone all right now? Izzie Lizzie asked. I still have some eggshells stuck to my back. How can I get rid of it? Asked Lizzie Lou. She was a female baby hatched near the bottom of the nest. I'll carry you to the water, Izzie Lizzie replied. She picked up Lizzie Lou in her big mouth and rinsed her off at the water's edge. So here's the little lizard that still has some eggshell on his back. Do you see that? And here is Izzie Lizzie carrying the baby to the water to wash off that eggshell. What a good mother Izzie Lizzie is. Young alligators crawled up to watch the new babies, but Izzie Lizzie didn't drive them away. They were an older brood of hers, hatched a year earlier, so big brothers and sisters. Where are the rest of your babies? They asked. There were 30 of us when we hatched. Izzie Lizzie sighed. I only have 6 hatchlings this time. What on earth is wrong? How did that happen? Gabby, a young gator, asked. So here's Mom and little Gabby asking her mother, what happened this time? Why not so many babies? Izzie Lizzie said, I wish that I knew. I'm worried. There must be danger in the swamp. We need helpful humans. What are helpful humans? Gabby asked. They take care of all Earth's creatures, Izzie Lizzie replied. Now follow me, she said. I must look for food. I haven't eaten in a long time. The mother alligator slipped into the water, and the young gators followed her. So here's Izzie Lizzie slipping into the water. Gabby Gator swam near Lizzie Lou. Watch how I catch food, she said. And he leaped out of the water and caught a big dragonfly. Thank you for showing me, Lizzie Lou said, but I'm not hungry right now. I have a little leftover egg sack for food. So here, look at him catch that dragonfly up out of the water. The young gator's world was a dangerous place, but Izzie Lizzie angrily drove away anything that bothered her young. Hungry animals, otters, raccoons, and herons often tried to catch and eat the little gators. One day, when Izzie Lizzie Alligator was out of sight, helpful humans came to check her old nest. They were worried when they found that only 6 eggs had hatched. So here they are checking out the egg nest. That chemical spill must have caused this, one of the humans said. We must do everything we can to keep a spill from happening again. The helpful humans picked up the old eggshells and the eggs that didn't hatch. They would study them in a lab. Winter came to the swamp and the watery places dried up. All the gators had to have water. But Izzie Lizzie Alligator wasn't worried. She knew just what to do. Follow me, she said. I will find water. So there she goes. She says, follow me to the water. Do you see the water over here? Izzie Lizzie crawled through the swamp. At last, she found a muddy place and dug a hole in it. The hole filled up with water, and the gators were glad. Many other animals came to the gator hole. It was a dangerous place for them, but they all needed the water. Izzie Lizzie and her gators stayed around the hole until springtime. They always had plenty of food to grab. One spring evening, Izzie Lizzie was lying lazily in the mud. Suddenly, she heard a loud sound, the bellowing of a bull alligator. I'll answer his call, she thought, and she bellowed back with a higher pitched sound. So here's the whole family at the watering hole. You see Izzie Lizzie and all of her babies. And here's Izzie Lizzie calling back to the bull gator. Izzie Lizzie slid into the water. The big male greeted the female by swimming in circles around her. I like the looks of this big gator, thought Izzie Lizzie. She decided to join him in alligator courtship. Summertime came, and there was Izzie Lizzie guarding a new nest of eggs. I hope there will be more hatchlings this time, she sighed. So here's Izzie Lizzie and the big bull alligator swimming around each other. And there she is with her new nest. Do you think she'll have more hatchlings this time? Her eggs began to hatch, and she rushed to help the new babies. 1, 2, 3. There were 40 hatchlings tumbling from the nest. 40. There was a joy in the swamp. The poison was gone, and with helpful humans around to help them, big gators would live on and on. So here is her new nest with 40 hatchlings. Isn't that wonderful? So in Florida, alligators are part of a conservation critter program, and that's part of this book. There are many, many books written about the animals who need human help in order to survive. I hope you enjoyed Izzie Lizzie Alligator. Isn't she beautiful? See her big teeth and the spines on her back. Say goodbye, Izzie. Tell them we miss them. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you again soon.